Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Mount Carmel Area High School Stadium. Tonight, the Mount Carmel Area Red Tornadoes play host to the Williamsport Area Millionaires. We have with us, of course, Coach Jazz Dimnick. Coach, let's quickly go back to that last game. I know we don't like doing that, but we're at Panther Valley. Where do you think we went wrong up there?
Well, you know, there's a lot of things. I guess, you know, maybe the coaches, number one, could have done a better job calling plays and things we were doing. But the thing that hurts most was our discipline, lack of discipline, you know. And when we talk discipline, we're talking about fumbles. We had 8 fumbles. We had 4 crucial 15-yard penalties that took us out of a scoring drive, gave them 2 scoring opportunities. Plus, we had a couple other mishaps there, you know, on the offense and defensive line. So when you take 25% of your offense and throw it out, it's tough to win a football game.
Most of the people who watch these two games or at the game or watch them on the telecast or whatever are all pretty much in agreement that neither one of those teams was better than us. And that one of the strong points that we look at least as the first 2 games go by, is the running game. Would you agree to that?
Their running game.
No, our running game.
Well, first of all, both Tamaulipas and Panther Valley have pretty good teams. You know, they have a lot of guys back. They got some great skilled people. They're going to win 8-9 games apiece. No question about it. Our team, you know, we've been slow coming. You know, when you look at our team, we got a freshman, sophomore quarterback who have no experience whatsoever on varsity level, and one of our running backs, 2 running backs, no experience back there. It's tough to go against veteran teams. The line has been doing a fine job for us offensively and defensively. The backs picked up last week in a Panther Valley game. They did a real fine job running the football there, but at the wrong time, they fumbled the football, you know, and lost the handle on it, you know, and of course we had some communication problem with the center and the quarterback, I think twice in the ball game. So when you have things like that, that kind of destroys you and demoralizes you.
Okay, we come in against the Williamsport Millionaires, and the first question we'll go into is quickly the injuries. How do we look injury-wise from the last game?
Well, we've lost Joey Greco. Joey's out of this ball game, and he'll be out indefinitely. Maybe back next week or the week after. We might have Eric Trockey will probably see some action tonight. How much, I don't know. He's recovering from that ankle problem. Sean Zarkowski, he was diagnosed as having a broken ankle or a broken bone in his foot for 2 days this week. Monday, Tuesday, finally Wednesday we got the word it wasn't broken, but he's been hobbling on it. He'll play, but how effective he's going to be, I don't know. Other than that, you know, we have the normal bumps and bruises that everybody has.
Okay, now we look at Williamsport Millionaires, and of course they opened the season with a pretty impressive win against what is considered a strong Steelton team. Then they get to Shamokin at home last week, and they self-destruct, losing by a big score. When you look at this Williamsport Millionaire team now, tonight, when they come to meet us, what do you figure you're going to see from them, and what are the keys to us winning?
Well, we're going to see a lot from them. They've got a good quarterback. They've got 2 outstanding running backs. They've got some. First of all, it's a big team. It's a huge team. You know, I think the smallest guy on the line is 186. Then it jumps to 196, all the way up to 255. So it's a big team. They run the ball well against Shamokin. Shamokin had a good night. It's one of those nights that that you're always looking for. They made a lot of outstanding plays, big plays, and it just devastated Williamsport. Williamsport is not a 44-7 team loser. You know, they're much better than that, and you'll see it in tonight's action. I just hope that they're not wired up and going to come back and hope to take it out on us.
Okay, Coach. Thanks for stopping by, and good luck tonight.
Okay, Warren.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're here with head coach Tim Montgomery from the Williamsport Area Millionaires. And, of course, Coach, first question we're going to ask you, we're going to go back to last night. You took on a strong Shamokin team last week, and things didn't turn out quite as well as you expected. What happened up there?
Our kids found out what Coal Region football is like. The first week we went down to Steelton. We played great athletes, but it was a finesse team, and we could finesse with them. But when it came back to blocking and tackling, the things you have to do in the Coal Regions, we couldn't do it. And the two running backs from Shamokin are awfully tough, and we just have a heck of a time trying to tackle them, and they just ran over us. And it wasn't that we didn't have people there; we just didn't wrap our arms.
Okay, with a tough game like that and a physical game as you're describing, how does your injury report look like for tonight?
Well, we lost our defensive tackle, Steve Daniker, so we had to move another boy in there by the name of John Gravely. Steve Daniker a 2-year starter for us, a defensive tackle, is done for the season with a knee injury and had arthroscopic surgery on Tuesday. So he won't be playing, but everybody else should be ready to go.
Okay, now you're an old adversary, of course, of Coach Dimnick. Red Tornadoes come into this game with an 0-2 record, 2 tough losses against Tamaqua, Panther Valley. You look at this team tonight, you've seen the films. What do you think about Mount Carmel area tonight against you, and what are the keys that you think have to occur for you to win?
Well, the thing is with Mount Carmel, they got a lot of young kids playing. Very quick, typical Mount Carmel quick team. And quick teams usually give us trouble. We can usually, with bigger teams and strong kids, we can do all right. But the quick kids like Mount Carmel have always give us problems. They lost 2 games, probably they shouldn't. Inexperience,
that's a consensus.
Yeah, and inexperience got to them. But they weren't out of the game. They played. Panther Valley's supposed to have a decent ball club this year, and they played them tough. And we're looking for a great game. And again, we're facing another Coleridge team. We know Mount Carmel's going to hit you, and I just hope our kids learn from last week and can respect the area.
Okay, Coach, we appreciate you stopping by. I want to wish you good luck tonight, and I hope everything turns out okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Silver Bowl, Mount Carmel, Pennsylvania, for tonight's game between the Williamsport Millionaires and the Mount Carmel Red Tornadoes. Mount Carmel has won 5 games, Williamsport 7, and there's been 2 ties. First game won was 1919.
Really?
Since then, yeah.
I didn't know that one.
A tidbit there. And,
Didn't know that
Mount
one.
Carmel won 20-16.
You were talking to Jose again, I'm sure.
A little bit of Jose knowledge.
Okay.
Right.
All
What
right,
do you think about tonight, Warren?
We look at tonight's game. Of course, Mount Carmel area comes in with a disappointing 0-2 record. Williamsport Millionaires are going to walk in here with a 1-1 record, but we put a little asterisk on that and say that they played Shamokin area last week, and of course they were drubbed, and that's the only way to put it. 44-7. They were never in the ball game. They were manhandled. I talked to Coach Montgomery, Bob, and I said, "Where do you think you went wrong up there?" And as he said in the beginning of the broadcast, they were just out-hit, out-hustled, and they were showing what a good Coleridge football team can do. So hopefully we can show them what a good Coleridge football team can do too tonight.
Well, they were totally impressed. I talked to some of the people in the press box here from Williamsport, and they were just overwhelmed by Shamokin's performance. And that's given Shamokin a little bit of a boost in the arm to say, hey, we did a great job up there, and they want to keep it going coming into Mount Carmel's game, next Friday night.
Yeah. Well, the thing you want to look at now at a Williamsport squad, they're not going to be any bigger than us. There's some big guys there, but of course we have them this year too. The one thing you won't see now, of course, you take the Panther Valley game where that kid Kasholik passed the ball all over the place, and they built an offense pretty much around a passing game. Williamsport doesn't do that. Williamsport's going to play pretty much a running game. That's what they do best. You got, is it Potts and Jett in the backfield?
But the surprise tonight is probably Damone Buxton not going at quarterback for Williamsport.
Yeah, well, Coach Montgomery didn't say that in the beginning, but we understand that he had what they considered was a pretty poor game last week against Shamokin. But neither quarterback, doesn't matter who plays the game, quarterback is not known for passing at Williamsport, so we don't expect that to be a big problem.
We're about ready for the opening kickoff. It's a beautiful night in Mount Carmel, more like football weather. Tamaqua game, it was awfully hot up here in the press box and also down on the field. But tonight it appears that it'll be a nice fall night for football.
We're looking at a division school, one we need to beat to win a Southern Conference, and this is traditionally a big school with a big team. Now, they only brought about 43 players with them tonight, which I thought was a little bit odd. They didn't travel with a big squad, but some schools elect not to do that.
There's the opening kickoff, taken by Vatero on the 20-yard line, breaks it up the middle, comes around the left side, and is taken down on about the 28-yard line. The Red Tornadoes will take over first down and 10.
They'll spot the ball right at the 25, just about the 26, or because he backed up a little bit there at the last second. Injury-wise, the only person you're not going to see in the Mount Carmel area lineup for sure would be Joey Greco. Of course, he was hurt at the Panther Valley game. It was not nearly as serious as we first believed, and that we thank God for that. But he will at least sit out this game.
Well, Joe has a very bad bruised rib. Higgins sets the Tornadoes, pitches back to Bullock, powers in there, and the initial hit was made by number 70, Ben Mayer from Williamsport. Gain of about 3 yards, Warren.
What we will look for at some point during this game, and at least they're hoping that Eric Chalky will come back to the squad tonight. Now, he's still hobbled, and he's definitely not going to play at 100%, but he was eager to play, and he was sorely missing those first 2 games. He's a big part of our offense and the defense, so hopefully he's going to come back tonight, at least in a spot duty role.
Sinkovic, fumble on the play. That's down under the pile. We don't know who has the ball yet. We'll watch as they unpile them. Third down, recovered by the Big Red. Looks like number 30, Aaron Jamin, or 57, Eric Geary was in on the cover. One other player out, Sammy Mazzatesta, he still continues to be out for the Red Tornadoes.
He will not
out for
play
the season, but we still have to mention his name because he was doing a great job at tight end for the Big Red. Third down and about 7 yards to go for the Red Tornadoes. Higgins on the reverse, coming around to Sinkovic. One man to beat, breaks it around the right side, and a nice stop made by number 87 from Williamsport, Phelan Klein. But good for a Red Tornado first down.
That was an excellent play all around that time. A good execution, and especially at the point of attack. We had a solid wall there. Everybody blocked somebody, and he got a lot of running room, and we know you give him a little bit, and he's the kind of runner that's going to make some yardage for you, and he did right there.
Blassie split far left. Votero to the short side. Ball handed off to Sinkovic. Nice tackle made in there by number 64, John Gravely of the Williamsport Millionaires.
Gravely, according to Coach Montgomery, Gravely is a fill-in. The regular player at his position was lost for the season last week with a severe knee injury. So Gravely will be starting his first game this year for Williamsport area.
Eric Belfani into the lineup for Jeremy Blassie for the Red Tornadoes. Second down and 9:56 left in the first quarter, no score. Reverse around this side, and they bump into each other. Votero is taken down after about probably a 3-yard loss, Warren.
Well, Coach Dimnick talked a little bit about it at Breakfast Club today, and it's been a talk, among the coaching staff. One of the things in the first 2 games that killed us, it's uncharacteristic of a Mount Carmel area team, are penalties, drop balls, fumbles. Now, last week we had Panther Valley, we had 8 fumbles. Now, granted, we lost 3 of them, but the other 5 means the ball hit the ground and stopped the play.
Higgins sets the Tornadoes, third down and 12. Straight drop back, looks downfield, looks in the direction of Jamin, and just over his head on about the 35-yard line of Billsport, and that would have been a first down for the Red Tornadoes. However, we go to fourth down, and Bullock comes in a punting situation.
Now, one of the keys of this game, and Coach Montgomery was the first guy to admit it, is going to be hitting. Williamsport did not take a good pounding last week very easily. They were worn out. They were hit very hard in the beginning, and they got gun shy as the game progressed. The film showed it. Coach Dimnick talked a little bit about it, so that's something that's got to be fresh in our minds. We got to go out and start whacking these guys here in the beginning of the first quarter and get some momentum going if we expect to win the game tonight.
Pantana Rosa with the snap, back to Bullock. Nice end-over-end kick, heading in the direction of the 20-yard line. Takes a Williamsport bounce and is downed on the 21. So Williamsport will take over first down and 10 on their own 21-yard line.
Now, as Mount Carmel area goes on defense, one of the things we want to point out that although we lost 2 games, it was not really a bad defensive effort either one. They're holding the other team as far as yards gained to 2 yards or less per carry, and that goes for Tamaulipas and Panther Valley. So they can be kind of happy about the running game. They got burned a couple of times, and again last week on passing, which we're going to look at tonight.
28, Brown, the ball carrier, good for about a 5-yard gain, and that's Kevin Brown. I nearly said Gary Brown, and it is Gary Brown's brother. Tackle made by Belfani for the Red Tornadoes.
One of the points made during the weekend with Coach Dimnick this morning, as I said in the beginning of the broadcast, they're not a team that's going to scare us to death passing. They're going to run the ball. That's their bread and butter. That's how they make their living. So it'll be interesting to see how they mix it up tonight.
Eisler sets the Millionaires, brings the ball to number 82, Jeremy Bolden. Sinkovic in on the initial hit.
Penalty flag is on the field.
Flag on the play.
Kogan and Santini on the defensive stop. There is a flag on the play.
Holding call against the Millionaires.
One of the things that I think you're going to see Mount Carmel area do this game that they probably were a little bit lax in the first two games, where you're not going to see any of those unnecessary flagrant penalties that cost 15 yards. Coach Dimnick even himself stated that he felt that at least two of those penalties cost us points last week, and that's how you lose a big game. So I think you're going to see a little bit more discipline. It was stressed, I know, through the entire week this week as they practiced.
Fantini at nose guard for the Red Tornadoes. Kogan at the right tackle. And Fantanarosa at the left tackle. Belfani defensive end. And also number 60, Jason Klingerman, defensive end. Eisworth sets. Oh, great tackle made in there.
Jason Eisworth handing off to number 22, David Jett.
Sean Sheptock in on the tackle. Great play made by
No
Sheptock.
gain on the play brings up a 3rd and 13.
Third down for the Millionaires, and with their Eisworth, the other quarterback, we're not sure. We knew Buxton wasn't going to throw much, but we're not sure about Eisworth, Warren.
Yeah, well, I don't think either one of them throw much, to tell you the truth. They're not a throwing threat one way or the other.
Eisworth rolling a little bit to his right, looks over the middle. Nice tackle made by Jamie Bullock on about the 25-yard line, and Williamsport will be faced with a 4th down and about 8.
We would mention that defensively, with the loss, of course, of Joe Greco, at least for this game, we noticed that his replacement is going to be Blossy, it looks like, in the defensive backfield for tonight. Blossy normally plays the defensive end position. You're looking at the defensive end, I think, would be Klingerman and probably Belfani, if I'm not mistaken, starting the game for us this week. A little bit of a different defensive makeup.
Vitero deep for the Red Tornadoes. Buxton is in the punt for the Red Tornadoes. And it's going to be a short kick and out of bounds at the 50-yard line. So the Red Tornadoes will take over 1st down and 10. I had my eyes on the punter because he was up in the air, and whoever made the rush, I wasn't watching for the Red Tornadoes, just got under him a little bit.
Well, we can say it now tonight, of course, because they're not going to hear the broadcast, but Coach Dimnick told us this morning that they feel that a true weak spot in the Millionaire game is their punting game. We will not be setting up to run back much. We're going to try to block every kick they try to kick.
Well, he made the rush on that play.
Pass.
Higgins back, straight drop back, looking down long in the direction of Vitero. Oh, in and out of his hands.
Well, that was a rather tough catch to make. Though he's backing up, I mean, he's turned completely around and backpedaling actually as the ball comes to him. But it was a fairly well thrown ball. You got to remember that Vitero, with his speed, a lot of times is going to outrun, I think, Higgins' arm,
right.
And he's got to be a little bit conscious of that Higgins isn't going to whiff the ball that far. Sometimes nobody is. But the play itself was a well-designed play, and everything pretty much worked the way it should, except for the catch at the end.
6:54 left in the first quarter. No score. Millionaires and the Red Tornadoes.
Check what's in. Sinkovic.
Sinkovic, the ball carrier. Nice stop made in there by number 89, Matt Williamson from the Millionaires.
Now we have a player.
A timeout.
Bullock's down on the field. Unfortunately, that looks like an ankle. That's what he's been bothered with now since the beginning of the season.
Now he's reaching up around his knee, Warren, as he comes off the field.
You certainly don't want to lose him at the same time that Trocky's not 100%.
Well, what it did right now was put Trocky into the game maybe before he wanted to be there, but he's in the game
this
now.
will be the telling play right here to see whether Trocky's going to be able to go or not. There was some question of whether he'd be able to play tonight.
3rd down and 12 for the Tornadoes.
Pass again.
Higgins rolling right. He's going to keep the ball, and he gains about 1 yard. Tackled there by number 89, Matt Williamson, and also number 66, Jim Peluso.
Well, there you saw a little bit of a seasoning, believe it or not. There was a quarterback that 2 weeks ago might have tried to throw that ball no matter what. At that point, he saw his options were limited. He turned the corner and started to run with abandon at the time, and that's what you need him to do.
4th down and 11 for the Red Tornadoes, a punting situation, and probably Jeremy Blasi back to punt.
Yeah, this puts Blasi back there. And again, we discussed Blasi at the Panther Valley game at the beginning of the season. We're not losing a whole lot in the punting department with Blasi if we lose anything. He's a very good punter.
Deep for the Millionaires, number 28, Kevin Brown. Oh, nice spiraling kick. Backing Brown up to the 9-yard line. Fumble by Kevin Brown. Recovered by the Red Tornadoes.
There's Klingerman. Klingerman, I'll tell you what, he was all over the field again, and he's making a name for himself as this season, at least in the younger stages of it.
1st down and 10, Red Tornadoes, 5:33 left in the first quarter.
Now you got to remember, the key to that was Klingerman was down there as he was catching the ball and was able to fall on it. You got to be there to recover the fumble.
Also the booming punt, though. That was beautiful. It was a great hang time and gave Jason the time to get down there. So Blasi had a great punt. Higgins hands off to Sinkovic up the middle, spins, goes down to the 3, down to the 1-yard line. Nice run by Joe Sinkovic.
That's good hard running, and again, that's Sinkovic's trademark. That's how he makes his living on this football field, by hard nose, put his helmet down there, and he'll whack it kind of running.
2nd down and 1. Joel Gonzalo into the lineup for Jeremy Blasi.
And if you look down the field very closely, you can see Hosseini where his chest got just a little bit bigger right here.
Higgins hands off to Vatero, and he's going to be short by about an inch.
Mark Vatero, the ball carrier.
Brings up a 3rd and 1 once again, and goal to goal.
That's about 3rd and 6 inches, Warren, for the Red Tornadoes. Blasi back into the lineup for the Red Tornadoes. Fantanarosa into the lineup, replacing Koga. I tell you what, Koga's coming off with a little limp, too. I think somebody was seeing that and wanted to get him out and check him and see how he's doing.
Yeah, he's favoring a leg, and with him, that's a worrisome thing.
On the quarterback sneak. Behind Geary, touchdown, Red Tornadoes.
Now that's the way you want to start. We're sending in, we're going to kick, of course. Number 73 comes into the lineup, Walter Kloos. He will attempt the extra point.
Walter kicked and attempted a 41-yard field goal down in Chickalimmy on Monday night. And
really?
He missed it by 1 inch.
All right. That's what you like to see.
It was long enough. It was just wide by about an inch.
Yeah.
Fantanarosa will snap the ball for the Red Tornadoes. Higgins holding the ball, and Kloos doing the kicking. Trocky out of the lineup. Snaps down, kicks up, and it's good.
Took a little while to look at each other and decide it went through on that one.
That's because it went through the middle. 3:57 left in the first quarter. The score, the Red Tornadoes 7, the Millionaires 0. Jason Fantini will kick off for the Red Tornadoes, and it appears Jason has the longer kick of the two. Kloos seems to be able to get it up higher for the extra points and the field goals, but Fantini seems to be able to put his foot in. We've seen him put it in the end zone twice now. Nice high kick, going to come down on about the 8-yard line. 87, Felon Klein has the ball. Oh, nice stop made in there by a host of Red Tornadoes. The initial hit made by number 70, Scott Paul. Also in there, number 26, Jeff Greco, and 29, Jeff Trocky.
I also saw the P in there. The P was in there. Sweeter was in there. There's one of the few touchdowns.
Go ahead.
Few touchdowns you're going to see through a year that's directly set up by a punt, and that's exactly what happened. A great punt.
First down, Millionaires. Kevin Brown around the left side off tackle. In on the tackle, Bolick and Sinkovic. Bolick ripped his towel out.
I think there was a lot of words going back and forth during that little confrontation. It's good to see Bolick back into the lineup right away, too, so obviously he's not seriously injured.
Gain of 2 yards, 2nd down and 8, 3:14 left in the first quarter. The ball on the 29-yard line. Eisworth sets the Millionaires.
22.
Number 22, the ball carrier, hit in the backfield initially
Fantana Rose in the
and
backfield.
finished off, or Fantan was in the backfield to make the initial hit.
Fantini makes the tackle.
And Fantini in on the tackle, also Blasi on the tackle.
Kogut returned to the lineup defensively. That's a good sign, too. Apparently he was just shaken up a little bit there. He went back into the lineup.
Tornadoes 3rd down and 6 for the Millionaires, and a big 3rd down defensive play for the Red Tornadoes. Eisworth rolling to his right on the option.
22.
Ball taken by number 22, David Jett. Nice move made in the backfield, and he gets the first down. But he just did a good job on running there himself.
Yeah.
That we defended it well. He just made a great move.
Well, Coach Dimmick tells us that the two offensive plays that they use, or at least they have used in the first 2 games the most, is one, the option. They're going to option the ball a lot. They'll do it tonight. And the other one is that where the quarterback, that quick toss, where he'll turn and just quick toss it to the tailback as he's moving into the line. Those 2 plays are pretty much what you'll see them do the most of, at least according to their previous films.
Eisworth up the middle to Kevin Brown.
Blasi,
Stop made in there by Blasi.
Fantini.
Also Fantini and Sheptok in there also on the tackle.
Fantini and Kogut on the defensive stop.
Zarkowski comes in at nose guard for Fantini right now, and I think maybe they just want to get a little beef on that center.
Well, Zarkowski was a questionable starter, at least for part of the week, too, so it's good to see that he's into the game.
Eisworth,
22.
Kevin Brown, the ball carrier. Well, it was David Jett, the ball carrier. Fantana Rosa in on the tackle, also Sinkovic.
Yeah, Fantan made the initial hit and kind of spun him around that time. And Fantan so far is having a great game. He really is. He's in the backfield almost every play.
3rd down for the Millionaires. The ball on the 46-yard line. 1:17 left in the first quarter. 7-0, Red Tornadoes. Pitch back to Kevin Brown. Initial hit made in there by Bullock, and he's still running the ball and didn't go out of bounds, and he'll get the first down. And you can't just bump that boy. He's got to be tackled. He's a good running back.
Yeah, he's a hard guy to bring down. He's proven it now twice this evening.
Sean Zarkowski in on the finishing tackle, but they got the first down, and ball just over the 50-yard line. It's on the 49 in Red Tornado territory. 47 seconds left in the first quarter.
28 up the middle.
Kevin Brown up the middle. Stopped in there by Scott Paul. Also Blasi in on the tackle. And also Sheptok in on the tackle.
Well, you're starting to see a little bit of what we were told to look for. If there's one big glaring strength on this Williamsport Millionaire team, it is the 2 running backs. That's what everybody talks about, and that's what their strong point would be coming into this season.
2nd down and 3 for the Millionaires. This will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Sheptok in, almost caused the fumble, and he did. He caused the fumble.
Well, he almost got the handoff. I mean, he was there as the ball carrier was getting the ball handed to him.
Williamsport got the ball, but I'll tell you what, he almost took the handoff the other direction.
Yeah, that was a good play, very good play by Sheptok.
That's it. The first quarter's over. Red Tornadoes on defense with Williamsport with a 3rd down and 4.
Once again, I thought Jazz was going to line up there. He's just getting off the field there.
Eisworth sets the Millionaires. Ball to Kevin Brown up the middle. Nice block and a great play made in there by number 66 of the Red Tornadoes, Rocco Chicatano. And I'll tell you what, that was close to going.
Yeah, if he would have got to be able to cut into the sideline, he was a touchdown.
First down, Millionaires the ball on the 35-yard line of the Red Tornadoes.
We're starting to see they're gaining a little bit of line surge right now on the offensive line, and you got to remember these 2 kids, their best attribute in the backfield is speed. You give them a little bit of room, and they're going to hurt
Corey
you.
Jett off tackle, breaks it, one man to beat Blasi on it after the ball and brings him down on the 20-yard line, but it'll be good for a Williamsport first down.
Now this of course is what you don't want to happen. It's like at Tamaqua, you score a touchdown, you get ahead. You don't want to let them right back into the ball game. So we've got to get this defense now to make a stand right down here.
Blasi at cornerback, Jamin at cornerback, and Viterro at safety for the Red Tornadoes. Pitch back to Jet going around the left side, and a great tackle made in there by Jason Klingerman.
There's Klingerman again, and he's becoming a one-man gang out there right now. Another big play by Klingerman.
2nd down and 11, and Montgomery threw his clipboard on that play. That was just a great play from the defensive end.
Now, I want to remind you that Klingerman's a sophomore, too. A lot of good football ahead of that young man, and he is a really well thought of and well spoken by all the coaches. They really like him.
Scott Paul in at defensive end for the Red Tornadoes. Eisworth on 2nd down. Dropped around. Klingerman in on him again with a great play. Jason Klingerman.
Now that was an ill-advised pass at best. He's lucky he was throwing it out of bounds because he would have had an interception there. You don't want to throw the ball when somebody's dragging you to the ground and your arm doesn't even go forward.
Well, what was really nice on that play was the way Klingerman came in from his defensive end position. He was charging.
Now, it looks like Klingerman just decided to take over the game for a while and have things go his way, and that's good to see.
3rd down and 11, 10:40 left in the first half. They looked like they were offside on that play.
Offside.
I've seen that about 2 or 3 times now that I thought they were jumping, but then with not calling the penalty, it looks like they were just that fast off the ball.
Well, that big guy over there is not that fast. Believe me, when he starts moving, everybody's going to see him. You're not going to hide him. They have 2 big tackles. I mean, those guys are, what are they listed at in the program? Is there a listing for them or weight or anything?
No weight.
I mean, they are big guys, those 2 guys. I bet you they're 240, 250 to both of those guys when you look at them on the field.
Ball's on the 26-yard line, 3rd down and 16. Brown and Jet in the backfield for the Millionaires. Eisworth fakes it to Brown. Klingerman! Oh, again, almost intercepted. Klingerman made a great play, finished off by Kogut. But what a nice play by Jason Klingerman.
Yeah, that's the key to any good pass defense, especially in high school. You've got to pressure the quarterback. And this kid doesn't handle the pressure well at all, obviously.
You can see that, right.
So he's going to be the kind of guy you're going to be able to easily rattle if you get back there. And Klingerman obviously must have gotten their playbook because he's in the backfield before their backs get moving sometimes.
Williamsport puts Chris Potts into their playbook here to try probably a long pass, try to get the 1st down. He floats one out there in the direction of Blasi and Potts, and it didn't go for anything.
Well, you know, that time they're aiming at the new guy. Now they know Blasi's new in there just like we do. And they're going to test him out on a long pass play like that. He was in good position. He was down on the ball. And remember, they're covering people that are probably faster than them. Those 2 kids are speed merchants coming out of the backfield.
Tornadoes 1st down and 10 on the 25-yard line. 10:28 left in the first half. 7-0 Red Tornadoes. Another nice crowd at the Silver Bowl, Warren.
Not much from their side though. For the size of their school and the size of that town, they didn't bring a great crowd from their side, but we did.
Higgins gives the ball to Sinkovich around the right side, finds a little running room up the middle, and he'll get a 1st down. And what a beautiful run by Sinkovich. Some nice blocking on the side by Shikatano, Kogut, Machuzik, and Scotty Paul in the line. Also Geary at center. You have to give the line some credit for that hole, Warren.
I want to point out before we get too far in the game, I don't know if it'll show up in the telecast, but if they get a close-up of Eric Geary Geary's wearing a special helmet for the first time tonight, and to make so you might realize that if you watch pro football, Mark Kelso from the Buffalo Bills wears the same helmet with that extra padding. It's called a pro cap. But he's one of the first guys around here, at least, to wear that type of helmet.
1st down and 10 on the 43-yard line, and Viterro breaks it up the middle for a Red Tornado 1st down, but I think this one's coming back.
To elaborate just a little bit more on that, of course, those of you who remember last year, Geary took a serious head injury last year, had some real problems, and he came back this year, and this helmet is a relatively new thing. Kelso owns the company, which I didn't realize. He developed the helmet because he had 4 major concussions, and doctors were concerned that he would suffer brain damage if he didn't protect himself. So he developed the helmet, and we've looked at it and got the literature on it and checked everything out, and it seems to be a good idea. So Eric's going to wear it for the remainder of the season. I think that's a great idea. But it looks kind of odd. I don't know if you'll be able to get a good look at it when you're looking at the telecast.
Pitch back to Bolick around the left side. Breaks, finds a hole, and number 70 in on the tackle, but a nice run made by Jamie Bolick. Tackle made by Ben Mayer after about a 7-yard gain.
Well, we got a lot of shoving and yelling at each other right now.
$9:17 left in the first half.
Of course, one of the guys, you notice one of the guys in there shoving right off is Chiclet Trockley. I wonder. I can't even see him when he's standing around down there with all those big guys. I only see his number flash by and his hand shoving someone. So he's going to be in the middle of any of these kind of altercations. He lives for that kind of stuff.
Looks like we have an official's timeout so Tim Montgomery can call in a defensive play. They're all looking over at him.
Well, that happens. That's strategy, That's what you call strategy.
9 minutes left in the first half. Higgins sets the Tornadoes on second down, rolling to his right, looking downfield in the direction of Jamin, and a nice tackle made in there by number 89, Matt Williamson. Where their 9s look almost like 8s.
That's going to be a big loss, so that's 10 yards or more, I think, on the loss that time. And again, there's nothing in that happens. But that's
big
going to
third down play for the Red Tornadoes now. 3rd and 17, 8:27 left in the second quarter.
I know Jazz loves to stand on the sidelines and think of something to do with 3rd and 17. It's a great thing to have to try and call.
As Blassie split far left, and he puts Vitero to the short side. Higgins sets the Tornadoes. He's going on a straight drop back. It's going to be a screen, I think, but it's all broken up now. And he throws it out of bounds in the direction of Bolick, but a good play.
Good move. Excellent move.
There was nobody open on that
The
play.
screen fell apart. They read it. They had rushers coming in, yet they had picked up the screen man. He was blocked from the pass. That's exactly what you want to see a quarterback do. That was good heads-up football there.
4th down for the Red Tornadoes. Bullock's now back in the punt, I think, Warren. It looks like he's back in the ballgame, so he'll punt this time.
I'll be truthful with you. You'd have to wonder, though, the way Blassie punted that first time. Maybe you go with the hot guy. I don't know, but he certainly boomed one. But Bolick will. I mean, he is an excellent punter.
Santana Rosa snapping for the Red Tornadoes. Good snap. Bolick booms one. Back in the direction of Brown again. And what a great tornado roll. That's going to go down inside the 20-yard line and be downed on the 18.
Well, I know that Coach Montgomery's going to say to him, never let the ball hit the ground like that. That's another 15 yards lost and where the ball hit the ground and he didn't catch it to where it finally stopped at.
It's better than fumbling like he did last time.
Well, you put that into the equation, though, I'm sure he's thinking about
That's what he was
It's a
thinking
hard
about.
catch to make. It was a line drive punt. But normally you'd want to try to catch that ball so it doesn't travel all the way down to the 18-yard line.
Bob Veach into the Red Tornado lineup at left cornerback, replacing Blassie. 22, Jet the ball carrier in there. A nice stop made by Klingerman, but also in there helping Klingerman on the bottom of the pile was Mike Kogut and also Sean Sheptock. So Williamsport will be faced with a 2nd down and 8, 7:20 left in the first half.
Ball on the 22-yard line.
Number 8. Oh, big rush by the Red Tornadoes. In there, number 77, Zarkowski. 60, Jason Klingerman. 22, Sean Sheptock. Nice rush by the Red Tornadoes. We're looking here. They have number 8, Mike Navarro.
Yeah.
In a quarterback.
No,
right
that's 2.
Oh, is it 2?
I looked at it. I did exact.
Okay, so
that's
they
why I'm
put
looking at your
Buxton
thing.
in.
Their numbers
I know.
are difficult to read.
Or our eyesight isn't working too well.
No, that was 2 when he got up. But
Okay, see, he has that little.
it's an odd way to look at
Yeah,
it.
it is too.
It's a hard way to
Buxton
read.
in there at quarterback, the senior. Kevin Brown, the ball carrier. Nice stop made by number 37, Joe Sinkovich, after about, only a 2 or 3 yard gain. So Williamsport will be faced with a 4th down and 12 with 6 minutes and 14 seconds left in the first half.
Ball started on the 16-yard line of the Millionaires.
Pateros is the lone back right now.
Well, that stems with what you're saying, that the Tornadoes will probably be putting a rush on.
You're going to look at a hard rush again.
Buxton back to punt.
There they go.
for the
Here they
Millionaires.
go.
Here they come. Fantana Rosa right up the middle. Oh, the ball bounces over.
Got to pick it up, Bo. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Oh, and he balls down on about the 41-yard line.
That's just inexperience. That's all that is. I mean, there's a first-year player. That's the way it goes. Again, despite not picking the ball up, they're in pretty good field position.
Good field position for the Red Tornadoes at the 41 with 5:44 left in the first half.
I think the coaches were going to fall out of the box up here on that one. We're going to have to put a screen on those guys pretty soon.
Chalky in the lineup in place of Blossy. Higgins sets the Tornadoes with Chiclet, Chalky, Bolick, and Sinkovic in the backfield. Sinkovic fakes the Sinkovic, looks downfield in the direction of Jamin. Oh, he tripped. He tripped on the 49.
He's mad at himself on that one.
The first down. Nice throw by Higgins.
Yeah, that was a good play. No pressure whatsoever that time.
Brings up a
Second down and 1, and this is a place you can play around with the play if you want to.
They had their end there. I'm sure when they look at the films, he's going to get the word. He was unsure whether he should have dropped back in the pass coverage or rushed. When you're unsure like that, rush. He just stood there and did nothing, and I know they're going to pick that one up.
4:50 left in the first half. Pitch back to Bolick around the left side. He slips, and I'm not sure he got the first down. Everybody seems to be slipping on a spot right by that 50.
The 50-yard line's a tough one to get over right now. They're going to place the ball. It looks to be short of the first down. Not by much, but a little under a yard to go now.
Third down and 1 for the Red Tornadoes. 4:24 left in the first half. 7-0 Tornadoes. Bolick and Sinkovic in the backfield. Bolick gets the ball, and he's not going to get it.
No, he's not going to get it. I don't know what we did that time, but that was not the way the play should have looked. We confused it up somehow.
Fourth down for the Red Tornadoes. Bolick comes up.
Brolick's hurt again. You'll see Chalky replace him in the lineup.
Into the lineup, and this appears now that we're going to go for it.
Yeah.
Fourth down and 1. 3:39 left in the first half. Tornadoes up 7-0.
I'll tell you what, either way, this is a gutsy call. This really is.
Chalky and Sinkovic in the backfield. Chalky, the ball carrier, first down.
He's got it. He's got it. That's the way to get it. You see those legs turning? Never stop moving. That's what you want to see in a ball carrier.
Nice run, Eric. Nice to have you back.
Now they'll be watching him closely. As I said, they were unsure. I'm right up to game time. You know what his status was going to be, and with Bolick sitting on the sideline, I see the trainer and Doc Jeff down there looking at him. You're going to need Chalky in the lineup.
Unbalanced left. No, they're not. That's Chiclet out here. That's Chiclet. Yeah. That's why it's looked unbalanced. Chalky, the ball carrier, around the right side. Gains about 3 yards, and he went right by number 70 Ben Mayer.
Now, 70 is their best defensive player by far. From what we understand from people who've seen him in the first 2 games and what we see out of Williamsport, number 70 is a Division I prospect, Mayer. He's the guy you want to watch. He'll be all over the field. He's playing, I guess, in their defense, he would look like the middle linebacker.
Right.
So, but he causes the most trouble on defense from the whole group of them, so keep your eye on him.
Ball's on the 44-yard line. Clock ticking away for the Red Tornadoes. He's offside. Oh, a late hit. That was going to go against Ben Mayer. And, boy, that's dirty football. There's a dead ball foul, and I would think, yes, that there's a 5-yard penalty and then a 15-yard penalty on top of that.
Now he's clapping his hands as soon as the flag came out. He knew.
Here's our official call. We're going to have an offside against Williamsport, a dead ball, personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct against Williamsport. So this is going to be a 20-yard penalty. There's the 5 yards being paced off for the offside, and now here's the 15 coming for the personal foul.
That was one big penalty. You know,
that was a dumb play by a Williamsport player.
But one big penalty. Ball's down on the 25-yard line now of Williamsport area. Mount Carmel in excellent position with a 1st and 10.
2:20 left in the first half. 7-0 Red Tornadoes. Higgins sets the Tornadoes. Votero in motion. Up the middle to Trocchi. And he goes to the 20-yard line. Tornadoes will have a 2nd down and 5, but the clock is down 2 minutes.
Now, see, we haven't seen it yet this season, but if you can remember from last season, you put Trocchi and Sinkovich in that backfield, and you got yourself one potent backfield. Those two guys are pretty much the same kind of runners. They'll whack you. They'll go right at you, legs churning. And they're definitely, when they're in the same backfield, a big problem for a defense to stop.
You know, he took Mayer out of the ball game.
Well, I guess you lose 20 yards like that, and you have to have something said to
1:35
you.
left. Puts Votero in motion. Blasi goes in motion, and that's going to be offside against the Red Tornadoes.
Blasi's whacking his helmet, knowing he made a mistake. It'll be a timeout now.
Called by the Red Tornadoes with 1:31 left in the first half. 1:31 left in the first half. Higgins sets the Tornadoes. Votero goes in motion. Looks like the Tornado. Oh, it's a pass. Looks in the direction of Jamin. He's out there. Touchdown!
Oh, beautiful.
Red Tornadoes.
Absolutely
Nice pass by
beautiful.
Higgins.
Perfect
Great
pass.
play,
Good
Red
catch.
Tornadoes.
Oh, perfect play. That's the way you put him on the blackboard, right there. Klus in to attempt the extra point.
Klus in for the extra point. Fantana's snap back, kicks up. And it's dead-eyed in there.
I'll tell you what.
14-0, Big Red.
Walter, I like the way Walter kicks, boy. There's no doubt about it. He puts it right up and over.
Fantini kicking off for the Red Tornadoes. 1:24 left in the first half.
45 and 87 are deep.
Ball taken by number 87 from the Millionaires. Felon Klein. Stop made in there by Blasi. Scotty Paul down on there. Also number 29, Chiclet Trocchi.
I'll tell you, Trocchi is becoming a deadly weapon on kickoff coverage. My goodness, he's in there every time.
Millionaires come back out with the senior Buxton at quarterback with 1:11 left on the clock. Chris Potts split far to the left. It's going in the direction of Potts, but Buxton's going to tuck it under his arm and run with it. And he takes it down the sideline, knocked out of bounds by Bob Veach on the 41-yard line. But Williamsport will pick up a first down and stop the clock at 57 seconds left on the half.
Well, that's the first time he got free all night, though. I mean, they've pretty much huddled him up the entire first half, except for that play. The play made by Veach, and it's good to see Veach return to the lineup. Now, Blasi took Veach's place there at the beginning because Veach was hurt. Veach has a shoulder problem, and they were very concerned during the week whether he would play tonight.
Buxton back to throw, coming up the middle. Oh, in and out of the hands of number 82, Jeremy Bolden.
Oh, he's going to feel very bad when he gets back to that huddle because that was right in his hands and he dropped it.
Second down and 10 for the Millionaires. 52 seconds left in the first half.
And that was the first really well-thrown ball. I mean, he drilled that ball in there. He was right on the money. And
he had a good rush on from the nose guard, Zarkowski. Buxton on the draw. That didn't go anywhere. Sheptok read it all the way.
I'll tell you, Sheptok's having a nice game so far tonight.
Also,
He really is.
Pantaros in on the tackle.
Sheptok's
Timeout called by Williamsport.
With help from Santa Rosa. Walter Scott.
Buxton takes it around the left side.
Come on, somebody's got to tackle him.
Somebody's got to get him, and they do down on about the 20-yard line. They get out of bounds. I think it's Robert Menapace, number 59, in for the Red Tornadoes.
It could be. He's built like him, kind of tall and rangy, but 59 isn't listed. But I will find out at halftime from Jose exactly who 59 is.
Rob Manapace.
When I go down for the halftime Potstead. So there's been a couple of interesting changes on the Williamsport area side of the ball for tonight's game.
Buxton sets the Millionaires, drops straight back with 31 seconds left. Nice play made by Joe Sinkovich. Oh, baby. Way to go, Joe.
Well, he's playing a whale of a game tonight, too. Fantini will replace Zarkowski during his timeout. Who called the timeout? I didn't see. Was that ours or theirs?
Williamsport called the timeout.
23 seconds left.
Probably their last timeout. 23 seconds left in the first half. Buxton sets the Millionaires with 2nd down and 22. He's going on the straight drop back this time. The ends contain him. Potts had a nice play at it, and a good defensive play in there by Aaron Jamin. He was with him step for step.
That was another good pass. Oh boy, he drilled that ball into the receiver.
Yeah, for not being a passer by what everybody says here, he sure as heck looks like a passer.
He drills the ball. It's really a hard thrown ball when you see it come out of his hand. 3rd and 22 with 18 seconds left here in the first half.
Ball's on the 31-yard line. Buxton on the straight drop back. Lots of time, this time with Fantana Rosa coming in. There was no way. No. Aaron Jamin was with him step for step.
Well, now that time, that was a poor pass, though. He had the pass underthrown. The kid was not going to catch that pass no matter what. And again, he had a lot of pressure. He had 2 big hands up in his face there, which I think were from Fantana Rosa, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't catch the number there.
12 seconds left in the half, 4th down. This is a big 4th down play for the Millionaires. Buxton sets the Millionaires, straight drop back, just laying one up there in the direction of Potts and Jamin, but
good play by Jamin. Good play.
Was there all the way.
Yeah, Jamin read that all the way down. He has as much right to the ball as anybody. And the half's going to end with Mount Carmel area leading it, and it's a good omen here.
Great half for the Red Tornadoes. A good defensive stand there at the end. 1st down and 10 for the Red Tornadoes on the 31-yard line. 6 seconds left in the half. Full house backfield, and they're just going to down the ball here. Higgins down on one knee. That's going to be the end of the first half. Carmel 14, Williamsport Millionaires 0. Number 45 for the Millionaires, Keith Ward. They're both sophomores back on the...
What's that guy's first name?
Phelan, P-H-E-L-A-N.
Phelan. Phelan.
Phelan?
That's a good Irish name. Phelan, yeah.
Phelan.
Phelan. I know it's an Irish name. I've been to Ireland. I know these things.
You're correcting me.
No, I'm just pointing that out to you.
Okay.
You want to call him Phelan, go ahead. But it's like he's a felon, criminal felon. You know? Let's stay with Phelan on that one.
Okay. I'll tell you what, I was over by the Tornadoes locker room while you were doing your halftime stats, and they were charged. They are up for this game. They wanted this game. They came into it 0-2. They could have been a down team, and they're up. I just hope they can carry it through for the next 24 minutes. Fantini with the kick, a high, booming kick in the direction of Ward. He brings it up on the 20, 25, and taken down on the 27-yard line.
83.
Initial hit made by number 83, Dave Slater.
Also had, is that Jeff Greco, 26.
26
Jeff Greco in on the play there, too.
Yeah, Dave Slater, Jeff Greco, Blossy, and Scott Paul.
Quick program note for those of you who are looking in your program and are trying to figure it out. One of the replacements in the first half, and you may see him again in the second half, was number 59. 59 tonight is Robert Menapace.
Buxton hands off to Kevin Brown, and that doesn't go anywhere. Tackle made in there by Eric Trocchi. It's going to be about a 1-yard loss, and also Klingerman from the right defensive end spot. And boy, I'll tell you what, that right defensive end played by Klingerman tonight is one of the best we've seen this year for the Red Tornadoes.
He's having himself one whale of a game.
2nd down and 10, 11-16 in the third quarter. Buxton drops back, looks out in the direction of number 82, Jermaine Bolden. That was a bad pass.
Yeah, he wasn't sharp on that at all. And again, but you see, again, the thing that sticks out in your mind with him is how fast he throws it, the zip he puts on the ball. And that's good, but a lot of times you're going to find, and he did in the first half, that the receiver can't catch it. I mean, either they're not used to catching a ball thrown that fast or they're not able to.
Buxton, straight drop back, hit in there by Fantana Rosa, and the ball was dropped over here by Jermaine Bolden. So the Millionaires will be faced with a 4th down situation. It appears now they're going to throw the ball right.
Yeah. Well, they originally threw it Blasi. Now, Blasi left the game in favor of Veach, who would be normally back there anyway. So they're not even picking on the new guy now, but at the rate that he's throwing, and especially at the rate they're catching, they're certainly not a threat.
Jeff Chiclet-Trocchi deep for the Red Tornadoes, also Mark Vitero. Snaps back, kicks up. It's a nice high sailing kick, direction of Trocchi. Takes it on about the 35-yard line, drops back to about the 32, now turns it upfield, and he's tackled on the 35. But a nice catch made by Trocchi. Tackle made in there by number 44 of Williamsport, Jeremy Dietrich, a sophomore from the Millionaires.
You see that at the end of the play, the way he dipped his shoulder and took that guy on. He knew he was going to be tackled, and he dished some punishment out along the way.
First down and 10, Red Tornadoes 14-0. Higgins sets the Tornadoes with Trocchi and Sinkovic in the backfield. Pitch back to Trocchi. Eric Trocchi brings it up, gains about 2 or 3 yards. Tornadoes will be faced with a 2nd down and 8. Getting up off the bottom of the pile for Williamsport, number 64, John Gravely.
64, John Gravely on the stop brings up a 2nd and...
Now, as they open up the second half defensively, I noticed that 70 is not in the ball game, is he? Or is that him standing there?
He's not in.
He's not come in since that roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer, Montgomery took him out of the game.
Yes, he is. There he is. He's in now.
There's the direction. Sinkovic on the pitch, and he was. Oh, Blasi was there looking. Now he's looking in the direction of Trocchi. Gets the ball on the 45, and he's tackled on the 43.
Oh,
a little
man.
razzle-dazzle by the Red Tornado.
That was all Higgins, though. The initial play was blocked. He knew he could not complete the pass. He scrambled around. He had it heads up. He found an open receiver, and he was able to throw the ball on the run. That was a heads-up ball play by Higgins. Really was. A lot of credit to Higgins on that one. That's a difficult throw to make, Bob.
Left in the 3rd quarter. Well, it wasn't. He had Blasi out there, but he couldn't get him because of the pitch back to Sinkovic, picks the ball up on the 50-yard line, and that's going to be a 5-yard loss. Tackled by number 66 of the Millionaires, Jim Peluso.
Number 66.
70 is back in the game. He wasn't on that first play, but he did come back in then.
I get his first name right, Jim.
You're going to take that personally now about this Phelan thing, aren't you?
70 is back in the game. He is the left linebacker, or now sort of like a monster man. No, he's going over the left linebacker. 2nd down and 15 for the Red Tornadoes. The ball on the mid-stripe. Higgins pitches back to Sinkovic around the right side. Good for about a 3-yard gain. Tackle made in there by number 89, Matt Williamson.
What I think you're seeing with Mayer, number 70, is he apparently is lining up to the strength of the offense. Whichever way we go, he moves that way. He's kind of keying the strength of the formation. And that's a smart thing to do when you have a defensive player of that caliber.
Belfani into the lineup for the Red Tornadoes along with Chiclet-Trocchi. We have a timeout, Red Tornadoes.
Okay, we're still during the timeout, but we want to talk briefly about, of course, the upcoming game on Friday. You're seeing us on Wednesday. So 2 nights from now, of course, is the big backyard rivalry, Bob. Mount Carmel area takes on the Shamokin area Indians at Shamokin at Kemp Memorial Stadium. Kickoff is 7:30, and, of course, that will be as big a game as it has been for the last 25 years. we're looking forward to it.
I guess always is, no matter what the records. Always been a big game between the two teams, followed closely by all the newspapers, the Reading Eagle, all the big papers, all the big TV stations, and it is a big game. Shamokin playing great football this year. Anascavage and Stamen and Hodrick, and we're giving the key players, not the linemen, but the linemen have to have credit, too, for what they've done. 3rd down and 15, 8:16 left. Pitch back to Chicla Trockley around this side to Vitero, and he's bringing it around the left side. Nice tackle made by number 8 of the Millionaires, Mike Navarro.
Now, we didn't fool him that time, and that's what we were trying to do. That play can only work if you fool him. And either 8 wasn't paying attention to the backfield or he played a great game. I don't know which one he was doing there, but he ended up in the right spot at the right time and stopped the play for a little bit of a loss.
We have an official timeout on the play. Oh, they just want to get a different ball in. They want to get the kicking ball in. They put a little more air in that ball. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't say that, because now we're all over the place. Everyone's going to hear that and probably think we do.
7:41 left in the 3rd quarter. Blossy in kicking for Bullock, and Bullock came back out without his shoulder pads on, so he is hurt. Nice sailing punt by Blossy. Fair catch called for on the 25-yard line by the Millionaires, number 87. Go ahead.
Is that Phelan?
No, it's Phelan. Phelan Klein, yes, okay. First down, Millionaires on the 36-yard line.
Well, we kind of sputtered offensively on that series. Again, it's not as important when you're up 14 points, but again, you want to keep the momentum offensively going, and you certainly don't want to feel comfortable with 7 minutes and 27 seconds left with just a 14-point lead.
Buxton sets the Millionaires, pitches back to Kevin Brown around the left side. Tackle made in there by Kogut. Also, Sheptok on the bottom of the pile. And we said Kogut. 2nd down and 6 yards to go.
Now we look over at the Williamsport area sideline. You notice that almost the entire, in fact, maybe the entire team is not wearing their helmet. If Coach Bob Patella was over there, there'd be heck to pay over that one, because he's a stickler for your helmet being on the sidelines.
Buxton changed the play on the line of scrimmage, it looked like. He goes to Brown again on the pitch, breaks it around. There's a penalty flag on the play, and Brown's still on his feet. Still on his feet. Belfanian on the tackle. Also down there is Kogut.
That plays, I think, going to come back. Yeah,
Vitero getting up.
They're going to call it back.
Jamin over there. It took about 5 tornadoes to bring him down, but it is coming back.
It's a shame. That was a great effort, and it's going to be negated by a penalty flag.
Zarkowski comes off limping, and Fantini comes back into the lineup for the Red Tornadoes.
Against the Millionaires. A 10-yard penalty.
Holding against the Millionaires.
Well, you know, that's reminiscent of us in the last 2 games where we get a good gain and end up having a thing called back because of an infraction. So it's good to see another team suffer from that, maybe this time instead of us.
2nd down and 16. Buxton back to throw. Looks over the middle and just dropped by number 80, Alan Williams. Vitero might have got his hand in there and knocked it out. He was on him.
I'm going to tell you what. I mean, you don't like to say this. They are high school kids playing and all, but this is the worst bunch of pass catchers I've ever seen in my whole life. There's not one out there that can catch a pass. He's hit about 6 of them right in the stomach or right in the numbers. And
Buxton throws a good ball.
They haven't held on to one yet. You can't fault him. They were 0 for 7 for passing in the first half. But a lot of that
Rosa comes off.
Could be the old helmet problem.
It looks like he's got a helmet problem. Chicatano goes in for Fantana Rosa until they work on the helmet a little bit.
It is the old helmet problem.
Usually the official calls timeout for us to do that, Warren.
Must be a major I don't think he's going to be able to fix that one.
3rd down and 16. 6:33 left in the 3rd quarter. Buxton back to the throw. Chicatano is there. Sinkovic missed him. Here it comes in the direction, and Jamin almost intercepts it. That was an exciting play.
A lot of things going on during it, that's for sure.
4th down for the Millionaires. 4th and 16, and they'll be in a punting situation. Chalky and Vitero coming deep for the Red Tornadoes, and Buxton has been the punter for the Millionaires. I expect to see that again.
Unless his receivers start holding on to the ball a little bit, or he starts getting real lucky, he's going to have some dismal passing statistics when this thing is over with. They're already pretty dreary.
Snaps back. Buxton's kick. It's an end-over-end squibbler taken by Vitero on the 48-yard line. He's bringing it around the left side. There's the speed we've been looking for. Vitero breaks it around, and he's down to the 5-yard line.
There you go.
Nice run by Mark Vitero.
Beautiful run. He cut off that blocker perfectly down there. And if it wasn't for the one guy who was streaking down on the angle, that was a touchdown. But again, down to the 5-yard line. Beautiful run back by Vitero. And there you saw that speed we've been telling you about. He flashed around the corner. There was some good blocks. I saw Blossy setting a wall up there. That's what you want to see.
First down and goal to go for the Red Tornadoes. 6:08 left in the third quarter. 14-0. Tornadoes up. Two Trockies in the backfield. Jeff and Eric, along with Joe Sinkovich. Pitch back to Sinkovich coming around the left side. Down to the 1-yard
penalty
line.
flag. Late one fell down. Late one. They're going to catch us for something. Right, they threw it right in the middle of the pack of us on the line there, and I'm sure they're going to hurt us with this one.
This
holding.
One's coming back.
That's going to be a holding call on us. It was right in the line. That's what it always is.
A holding call against the Red Tornadoes.
That's too bad. Now that penalty hurts you. It'll bring up a first down, and you're going to be out to about the 16-yard line. So first down now, and maybe 15, 16 to go, and it's goal to goal. So makes it more difficult now.
But 4 downs to put it in.
I see Bolick is on the sideline, and his knee is heavily wrapped now with ice. So apparently he has some type of knee injury, which will keep him out of the remainder of the game.
Higgins up the middle to Vitero. Goes to about the 9-yard line.
Oh, Vo's running hard right now. He really is.
Number 66, Jim Caruso, with help from Dave Harmon on the defensive stop. That brings up a
second down and 10, goal to go. Higgins sets the Tornadoes with 5:01 left in the third quarter. Sinkovich to the fake. Higgins has the ball over the middle to Jamin. Touchdown. Red Tornadoes.
Al Jamin's having himself a standout football game right now, too.
Heck of a game for Aaron Jamin tonight.
That would be Jamin's third pass completion, and 2 of them went for touchdowns so far in this game. Excellent play. Great football by the quarterback there. Threaded a needle on that one. Threw the ball right where it had to be, right on the goal line.
Right in.
And Aaron backed his way into the end zone with some tough running right there. Kluse on for the extra point.
Snaps back, the kick's up. And it's just off to the left, and they had a
Heavy
pretty
rush.
good rush on. So that 4:50 left in the third quarter. The score: the Red Tornadoes 20, the Williamsport Millionaires 0. Santini kicking off for the Red Tornadoes. Nice high booming kick down to about the 9-yard line, taken by number 45. Keith Ward, and he's stopped at the 28-yard line by number 29, Chiclet Trockey. Fantini also in there, Blossy in there, and down on the bottom of the pile, Scott Paul. And you know what? We've called those 4 names a couple times tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Kickoffs.
Yeah, there's some good plays being made by a lot of people down there right now. We want to take time for a second and of course, thank our spotter, Wayne Frenchie Brokenshire. And, of course, there's some people who are seeing us for the first couple of times wondering how he got his name Frenchie. And, of course, he did serve a 20-year hitch in the French Foreign Legion, and he's come back to us now to spot, and that's how he gets his nickname.
Buxton pitches back to Brown. Knocked out of bounds by Trockey. Fantana Rosa had him first with the initial hit, and then pushed out of bounds by Trockey after about Whoa, major fight going on in the middle of the field here. I don't know what happened there. Did you see it?
Nope, I was watching the end of the play, but we're
So
really
was I.
going.
We were all down there, and
we're
don't
going
even
at
see
it
who's
big
in the
time
middle there.
now.
It appears to be number 77 Zarkowski, and also
Machuzak there.
there's still something going on down on the ground. Sammy Chicatano's breaking it up right now.
I see Geary down there, head of security.
I'll tell you who it is. He's cocking
Chief
off
Geary.
he's cocking off at Chicatano right now. Number 70, Ben Mayer again.
Yeah, he's been a real problem in this game so far. Chief Geary out there now got things kind of restored along with the umpires and the coaching staffs. Again, you don't want to see this in high school football, certainly.
Well, it was Mayer and somebody. I don't know if it was Mayer and Bloss or no. Bloss is calling them back.
I don't think it was Blossy.
I think it could have been Zarkowski down in the middle there. I'm not positive.
Well,
but
Machuzak was also right down there. I saw him too.
Tornadoes are charged. I mean, they are cranked.
I just don't know what that was.
Well, Montgomery's going to talk about this a little bit. Oh, Mayer's having a fit over on the bench. He nearly tore it apart.
I think Mayer's thrown out.
Okay, but he was having a fit over there.
I think he's thrown out of a football game, and I didn't catch what happened. Can we run this back, George? Can we run this back, or no? Okay,
right.
we're gonna run this back and try
that's
and.
not helping us say what happened.
Yeah, but we'll try and figure this out as soon as we're able to look at the television monitor here and see what went on. But whatever it wasn't good, and their star defensive player is out of the football game. He was thrown out, number 70, and that's not the first mistake he's made tonight. So obviously he's a problem to
Mayer
begin
seemed
with.
to be in there just to start going after somebody. Right.
That's certainly unfortunate. Coach Montgomery's over there having a very, very long talk with his team, trying to get them straightened out, calmed down.
Well, there's 4:20 left in the third quarter, and by the time we show this on Wednesday night, we'll get to see the replay. But
there's extra security now on our sidelines. Another officer has been added to the sideline group. Chief Geary had his hands full there for quite some time by himself, and of course the coaches. And I'm not exactly sure, but I believe that Carmel was in the middle of that.
Second down and 10. We're in a ball game yet. 20-0, Mount Carmel.
Number 70 went after Sammy.
Yeah, Ben Mayer went after Sam Chicatano.
Well,
Wayne Broganshire was watching it. He went right after him.
Mayer is being touted as a Division I prospect, but believe me, most schools are going to shy away from the game he played tonight. He had a flagrant personal foul in the first half, and however he got involved in this to-do he had on the sidelines down here and got thrown out over
I think he's
it.
out of the game. I think he just went over to Montgomery to get back in the game, and he slammed his helmet down. He's just having a fit over on the sideline.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, he wasn't even in that huddle of everybody.
I know. Buxton sets the Millionaires. Coming around on the option play on the keeper. Hit in there by number 87 Belfanian, 64 Kogut, and Trocky's ankle is down again.
Yeah, that's a shame. That is a shame. They were concerned about him from the beginning, and now he's on the ground. And the way he's laying, it's hard to tell what he hurt.
Trocky being helped off for the second time this
and
year.
Look at him down there.
Same ankle.
He's not as hurt as he is mad right now. He's just mad he's coming out.
Right. Jet the ball carrier around the left side, and he's not getting around Jason Klingerman. But Klingerman was in there, but also down on the bottom of the pile was Zinkovic, Sheptalk, and also Kogut. So Kogut made that tackle from the tackle's position. I gave Klingerman the credit, but nice tackle made by Kogut. Fourth down in inches.
Let me say one quick thing. And during the timeout that we were off, I checked over at Mount Carmel area coaching staff has their two coaches up here, and I asked them, and preliminarily anyway, 70 is thrown out of the game. He is no longer eligible to play. and he was thrown out of the game for apparently punching and then tackling Coach DeFrancesco on the sideline. That's how the fracas began, apparently.
You said that, didn't you?
So I thought that's what occurred at first. So that's what we're going to call right now. Of course, we'll take a close look at this tape and maybe get a better view of it before we telecast on Wednesday.
4th down and inches, 3:38 left in the third quarter. Buxton up the middle of Kevin Brown. It doesn't look like he made it. It all depends on the mark, but I don't think they're going to give it to them.
Kevin Brown into the center of the line.
I don't know if I think Brown might be hurt or
Somebody's down.
He's just taking a rest, one or the other.
That's Brown. No, he's getting up very gingerly with his left ankle.
Going to be close on the mark.
Actually, it's number.
I'm going out on a limb right now and saying they didn't get it.
Official is time for a measurement.
Heck, we can take these kind of chances in the big time now.
That's right.
I say he didn't make it.
I'll say he didn't make
I
it
also say he's not going to make it back in for a while because he's now being assisted off the field. And it's too bad. He's played a great game, really has. A lot of heart, a lot of hard running out there from number 28. And it's a shame to see anyone leave the game like that.
They got it.
Change
They got
down. First down, you lose, Warren.
That's why I'm not really ever in the real big time on that call.
I agreed with you, though.
I'll claim
First
a bad
down
angle.
and 10 for the Millionaires. 3:27 left in the third quarter. Eastern Conference action at its finest. Buxton looked back to pass. Menapace in there and through the hands of number 82, Jermaine
I'll tell
Bolden.
you what, if that quarterback, when they came back to the huddle, I'd start punching somebody. Those guys are the worst set of butterfingers I've ever seen. There's not one of them going to catch anything tonight. My goodness, he's going to be, what, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's 0 for 10 or 0 for 11 right now in the game, and I think 6 of them should have been caught.
Well, he's going to try it to go to Potts this time. He's been sending everybody out here to try it. There's Potts. Gets the ball
There
at
it
about
is.
the 42-yard line. And there's a flag on the play.
That's
and he wasn't
probably a
even-
face mask. Inadvertent face mask is what I think.
Yeah, but the whistle was blown and he wasn't down.
Yeah, he did. His knee touched the
His
ground.
knee touched. Okay.
Yeah.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
Was that him? That had to be him then.
He was the only guy downfield, wasn't he?
But how could he be ineligible? He was. I mean, the referee that threw the flag was standing next to him, and as soon as he caught the ball, he threw the flag. Frenchie, give us something here. Frenchie, into the
He
picture,
was
quick.
lined up in the backfield. How's
All I
that?
see is Jazz walking. He wants the penalty taken.
Okay,
That's the kick.
I'm confused on that one a little bit. I don't know why. I don't know why the guy that was watching the pass play would have been throwing the flag. That's unusual. He would be throwing the downfield flag.
3:07 left in the third quarter. The score: the Red Tornadoes 20, the Millionaires zip. Buxton tripped by Sinkovic. Now he breaks it up the middle of the field. Shepton misses him. Vatero missed him, and he's gone.
Flag, no.
No, there's going to
Right there, 87 clipped him flagrantly right in front of the referee. This ball comes back, and
clipped
that
Fantini.
was one stupid play.
He clipped Fantini.
Oh, goodness, he didn't have to do anything right there. I mean, he clipped him right in front of the guy. There's no way
Yeah.
they're going to miss it. He knew it when he did it, and he walked off. There he is, 87. He's going to pick the flag up for him, I think, now. They're coming back. We have a really bad sign right now. Sinkovic is down in the field ball farther up the field.
Tell you what, the Troc is back up. He wants in the ball
Oh, I'll
game.
tell you what, I'm looking at Trocky now
Jazz is coming back, so it can't be that.
since he sat down, and I think Trocky would chew his foot off if he could to get back into that game.
He's trying.
He is so
He's
angry.
He's bouncing in front of Coach DeFrancesco right now to see if
Just trying to show him that he can do it, but
second down and 2 for the Millionaires. 2:49 left in the third quarter. Buxton sets his Millionaires. Straight drop back. Lays one out there in the direction of Jamin. And Jamin makes a
Jamin
great
broke it
play
up.
on Potts.
Number 6.
I'll tell you what, Aaron Jamin's playing a heck of a game.
well, Potts is mad at himself, but it was a great defensive play. And again, I don't know if he could have caught the ball, but considering the way they handle the ball when it comes to them, there's no reason to believe he would have. The only guy that caught a pass the entire evening was illegally downfield from what we can tell. So I don't know what their passing offense is right now, but no one on that team can catch a football.
Charlie Savitsky into the lineup for the Red Tornadoes.
One area of good news is Sinkovic came off the field on his own. It looks like a leg cramp. We should see him back in the lineup when we go on offense.
Down and 2. Buxton gives the ball to Brown up the middle for the first down. Tackle in there by 50, Savitsky, and also Fantanarosa, number 53.
I still look back at that clipping play, and he could not have seen that referee there when he did that. I mean, he almost knocked the referee over doing it.
Buxton on first down. He's going to throw again. Hits Potts this time. Sidesteps Jamin going down the sideline, and a nice stop made in there to finish the play off by number 22, Sheptalk. But good for a Millionaire first down on the 29-yard line.
And more importantly, with 2 minutes and 14 seconds left in the third quarter, that's the first completed pass on the Williamsport area side of the ball. So everybody's got to feel a little bit better over there right now.
Blasi in for Jamin now, and I think they're just trying to give him a little blow right there. Up the middle to Jet. Stopped in there by Savitsky. Fantanarosa holds the ankles and also helped by Belfani. Second down and about 7 to go.
Brings up a second and
1:50 left in the third quarter. Buxton straight drop back over to Potts. Catches the ball. Missed in there by Blasi, and he gets probably the first down, Warren.
Yeah, I think, he's at the first down.
Knocked out of bounds by Robert Menepace and Charlie Savitsky.
First down for the Millionaires. Ball now spotted on the Red Tornadoes.
Coach Dimnick wants a timeout here, which he will get.
Red Tornadoes. Millionaires to the Red Tornado 19.
First down and 10 for the Millionaires. 1:39 left in a long third quarter.
Yeah, this thing kind of went on forever. A lot of things happened in it, though, too.
Buxton sets the Millionaires. Pitches back to Brown around the right side. Stopped in there by number 22, Sheptalk, also down at the bottom of the pile. Number 53, Fantanarosa. Number 87, Belfani. And also Savitsky in there.
A good sign with Sinkovic is now back in the defensive
Geary.
squad. We had a bunch of people come in and out.
Geary in at nose guard.
Geary's
now
at
for the
nose
Red
guard.
Tornadoes. 22. Pitch back to Jet around the left side. Stringing it out nicely was the Red Tornado defense, but it's in for a touchdown.
Well, one of the things you want to remember here is they scored, but they did it when we had at least 3 new defensive replacements on the defensive line of the scrimmage due to injuries in the last 5 minutes of this game.
Yeah,
so
we dropped a few defensive players on that series, no doubt about it.
We're kind of short-handed at the moment while these new guys going to get their feet wet. My guess is, I was going to say my guess is they're going to go for 2, but they're not. They're going for 1, number 1.
Matt Mapes.
Is that him? How do you know? He might be Mark Devon, too.
Could be Mark Devon.
We don't know who this is, to tell you the truth, but I'm going with Mapes. Well, they're going to go for the 1-point conversion on either whoever it is that's kicking it. So,
Number 1, Matt Mapes.
Tim Montgomery, a freshman, will hold the ball, and he's a backup quarterback, actually the third-string quarterback for Williamsport, Montgomery's son. The kick's up, and it's no good. 58 seconds left in the third quarter. The score, the Red Tornadoes 20, the Millionaires 6.
okay, we are ready for the kickoff with less than a minute to go in the third quarter. We look down and we see Votero deep and
Sinkovic.
Is Sinkovic back there now?
Mapes kick. It's a short squibber in the direction of Jamin. It goes out of bounds on the 40-yard line.
I guess we were onside kicking there. That's a little bit of a
appeared like
surprise.
it was a squibber,
that's
right.
what they were attempting to do, is onside kick the ball. I doubt they'll try that a second time, since now we know they're going to do it. It would be odd.
It's declined, and the Red Tornadoes will take the ball where it goes out of bounds.
Now, one of the things I see now is Jim Fry now is the center, And we saw Geary, who was the center up until now, go to defensive nose guard. So I don't know if we've had some injuries that we're not even seeing here, but we're shifting the lineup around pretty good right now. Now, Fry has played center before, but remember, these next couple of snaps are crucial. You got a new center, and that's going to change the way things are done. So we got to be a little bit careful on a center snap for a while.
Higgins takes the ball, hands off to Vitero, and he's stomped in there by number 64, John Gravely, and also number 89 of the Millionaires, Matt Williamson.
You know, one of the questions I have here as I'm thinking back to that little, to-do we had on the sidelines, if somebody did indeed attack a coach, his season could be done.
That could be probably.
He may be banned from playing football this year. I'm not sure what the rule is. I'm sure there is a rule for it, though. And my guess is that he may not play again. I don't know.
Second down and 11. Higgins back to Sinkovic, trying to come around the left side. Penalty in there, and it's going to be on.
It's going to be on us for
probably
sure.
A holding on the Red Tornado line.
Definitely on us. Now they're kind of fired up right now, and they're controlling the line of scrimmage. And we're going to have to do something. Now we're going to be faced with a long second down. It means second down, and they're going to decline it. Williamsport's now waving in to decline the penalty.
So it's going to be about a second down and 15. That's the end of the third quarter. The score, the Red Tornadoes 20, the Millionaires 6. Chief Geary and the referee, head referee, were having a discussion there on the line. I still think there's a lot of talk going on about Mayer, Warren.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that was a pretty serious fight that took place there. I mean, it was a vicious fight for openers for a very short time anyway.
Third down and 16. Higgins rolls. Oh, a nice rush in, but then he gets loose. He got himself loose.
Oh!
Great catch by Aaron Jamin.
That's a first down.
Yes,
My
sir.
goodness, Jamin made a great play on that ball. And Higgins set the whole play up by dodging that rusher.
He set it up.
Boy, Higgins to Jamin's becoming a real connection here right now.
Tonight.
The Higgins and Jamin show. Oh, big play. Big play as we open up fourth quarter play.
First down and 10, 11:38 left in the ball game.
Timeout.
We have an official timeout.
Yeah, we broke the chain.
Broke
over
the chain,
there.
not for a helmet.
They got it tangled around their walkie-talkie.
Oh, it's in Tim Montgomery's wire. It looked like it ripped it off his head.
That can be dangerous. You don't want to see one of those guys in a chain like electrocuted when he's standing over there. You got to be careful over here.
Jamin comes to the right side, Blasi to the left. Vitero and Sinkovic in the backfield with Chiklitraki at wing. Higgins rolling to his left, looks downfield, one squibbed up there that time. Oh, yes!
Touchdown, yeah!
Touchdown, Red Tornadoes!
Oh, Higgins is shook up a little bit there. But I'll tell you what, great play by the Chiclet man, Traki. Kept his eye on the ball. It looks like Higgins is going to have to come out of the game. I don't know what's the matter with him, but the referee's trying to yank him out of the game, and he won't go. And he's not going to come out either. All right,
No,
he's
he
staying
wants in there.
You see that 6-point
What
flash
a
up?
catch, Chiclet. He watched that ball all the way. It was off the defender. It was squibbed a little. I mean, Higgins had a hard rush on him. And
that was a good play, though. It really was.
Right. Nice play by Traki.
Wasn't a pretty-looking pass, but it was a
Traki coming out of
touchdown.
the game, and the Red Tornadoes standing for him. Snaps back. It's down. It's up. And Klus is rough.
And there it is. There it is.
He's hurt.
Penalty flags all over the field. No, he's not.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
He's up. He's getting up.
He went right at his knee. He didn't even go for the ball.
Another flagrant violation on the Williamsport side of the ball. Coach Montgomery's calling his players over to the sideline to avoid any problem. Klus is still down on the field. Senior place kicker from Mount Carmel area. And native of Poland. All right, that's what you like to see. Walter Klus running off on his own power. A little hitch in his walk there, but he's a tough kid, and he came off. Way to go, Walter.
Pantini will kick off for the Red Tornadoes, and Klus is up, moving around a little bit. He looks like he's going to be okay. Saylor, this one's going into the end zone. Oh, it's a fumble. No, it's an automatic touchback. That's right. It's an,
you can't fumble out of the end zone.
Automatic touchback.
You can't fumble out of the end zone, which he did that time, but you can't do it.
Good call by the official.
I'll tell you what, their hands are made out of rubber out here. I don't know how they do this.
Brought out to the 20-yard line where it will be 1st and 10, Williamsport.
But Williamsport takes over the ball here on their own 20-yard line. Let's take a moment again to say what a great job Mount Carmel area has done compared to those last 2 games. They came out here full of pep and spirit. Everybody did a great job. We took some injuries. Everybody filled in well. And that's what you like to see.
22 Jet, the ball carrier around the right side. A lot of tackling there. Sheptock, the final hit, but there were a lot of Red Tornadoes in there hitting.
Number 22, David Jett.
Now I have
Also Belfanian on the pile.
a good way to diffuse this situation would be to have the Chiclet go out there and challenge the entire team to a brawl in the parking lot after the game. We can all leave because we know he's going to kill them all, and it'll be over with.
Second down and 6. 10:33 left in the ball game. Klingerman out. Buxton in and out of the hands of Potts again. I think he throws. He throws it too
He throws
hard.
too hard, and that he threw too hard and high, so that was the way it was going to be. I don't blame the guy that time, but he threw a lot of he threw at least 6 passes that should have been caught.
I agree.
So you can't blame him for everything here.
3rd down and 5 for the Millionaires. 10:22 left in the ball game. Pitch back to Brown, bringing it around the right side. Finds a little running room, knocked out of bounds by Blossy.
Jett being run out of bounds by Jeremy Blossy.
That'll be good for a 1st down. That was Jet carrying the ball, not Brown.
Jett picks up the
Ball comes out of the game from Mount Carmel area.
Williamsport. Ball now placed on the 34-yard line of the Millionaires.
Klingerman is back in the lineup.
Pottinger, Maine, Bolden split far for the Millionaires. Up the middle to Jet. Somebody had his feet at the middle of the line.
Fumble! We got her. Mount Carmel area is going to recover that. There it is.
Ball recovered by number 57, Eric Geary. Geary in on the recovery.
Putting him in on defense turned out to be a fortunate thing. Well, we take over the ball, and it's now time for the word of the evening. And I think one of the things we wanted to try and decipher tonight was whether Mount Carmel area's first 2 games were an aberration or whether Williamsport had an aberration against Shamokin. And it looks like Mount Carmel area had the aberration. They're on track now, and they're playing good football. And there it is, the word of the week.
Word of the week. 9:44 left in the ball game. Higgins hands off to Sinkovich. Stopped in there by number 66, Jim Peluso. Be 2nd down and 10 for the Red Tornadoes. Joel Gonzalo into the lineup for Jeremy Blossy.
Now, if Joel's gotten anything from his dad over the years, he went in the huddle and he was able to recite everybody's statistics as he got the play called and then goes out to line up.
Oh, dear. Higgins coming around to Trockey on the right side. Fumble. No, there's a pile up under there.
I'm not calling that one. I don't know who got that. We did.
By the Red Tornadoes.
Number
Look at
30,
Jamin.
Aaron Jamin recovered the ball. I don't even know how Jamin got under that.
I don't know
All
either.
I saw was Millionaires going in on it.
Jamin's having a really good game. He can be proud of this game.
8:46 left, the ball on the 33-yard line. Warren, I'll tell you what, the crowd was really in it tonight. They backed the Tornadoes all the way.
Now that's what you need. I really do. And those kids hear that.
Fumble on the play. That one's recovered by Williamsport.
Now that was a fumbled snap that time again. We had a problem with the snap.
Number 63, Brian Decker.
We talked about that at Breakfast Club this morning. Had a good Breakfast Club this morning, by the way. Good one. A lot of guys there, a lot of questions. You know, Coach Patello showed up today, was answering questions. But a lot of that's two things. Sometimes in the last two games, the center snapped the ball on the wrong count. Apparently Higgins has a little difficulty adjusting to the two different centers, and that occurs even in the pros. But that's why you're seeing pretty much the problems on those center snaps.
First down and 10 for the Millionaires. 8:07 left in the ball game. Buxton back to pass. He's rolling around the left side. Nice try by Sinkovic in there and knocked out of bounds by number 60 Klingerman and also 50 Charlie Savitsky.
Another
also
good play.
There was Rocco Chicatano.
Good play by Klingerman again. He came all the way from the far side, chased the passer all the way. He was the initial pressure, and then chased the guy all the way down to the other sideline and took him out of bounds. That's good hustle by Klingerman on that play.
You know, another thing we're looking on defense, Fantana Rosa's out. He's sitting on the bench.
I don't know, he might be just getting a breather here.
Maybe
though.
a breather.
He doesn't look to be hurt.
Second down and 6. Brown up the middle. There's a hole. Oh, Jamin and Vatero's going to run him down. He's got him by the shoulder.
Oh, goodness.
At the 4-yard line.
Vatero came a long way. Now that illustrated some speed, but look who else is down there on the goal line, Klingerman.
Well, Williamsport will have a first down and goal to go with 7:47 left in the ball game.
Brown taking the ball up to the 4-yard line of the Red Tornadoes with first and goal to go number 4.
I'm not even.
Buxton pitches back to Jet, and he gains about 2 yards. But you have to look, Fantana Rosa's out of the game. Sinkovic in on the tackle. Kogut was out of the game. Kogut's back in now, going back in.
I think more than anything, we're resting some of those guys. Although Doc Jeff is talking to Fantana Rosa now, I don't know what he may have done. I didn't see him come out hurt.
Second down and 3 for the Millionaires. 7:13 left in the ball game. Buxton pitches back to Brown. Hit on the goal line, but he gets in for the touchdown.
Sinkovic hit him, but couldn't slow him up enough to stop him from going in.
He took a shot going into the end zone. He's still down on one knee.
Now
27-12.
Now the 2-point
Now
conversion.
the 2-point.
I would have thought they would have done this first time around, but they didn't.
Buxton looking to the right side. Blasi on the chase. Almost ran him down.
He dropped
And Potts dropped it. It was in his hands. 7:03 left in the ball game. The score, the Red Tornadoes 27, the Millionaires 12. Chiclet's a safety valve for the Red Tornadoes because they expect the onside kick. A lot of good hands up on the line. Gonzalo Jamin. And he's kicking it deep down in the direction of Chiclet. Well, we'll see what blocking scheme we have here.
None.
Chiclet's going to bring it right up the middle. Oh, and I think he tripped.
Yeah, he slipped. He did. One of the things I want to bring to your attention, if you're watching the sideline a little bit, we have steadily, Bob, increased security now till we have a full complement of 4 armed officers on the sideline. I mean, obviously, Chief Geary's very uneasy about how this game may end or what may happen at the end of it.
I think more happened in that little
I'm not sure, but
than we saw or know about right now.
It's good to see that Chief Geary's at least on the ball here. He knows what's going on, and he's taking the
6:36
precautions.
left in the ball game. Tornadoes have the ball and should try to grind it out a little bit here. Sinkovic.
Ooh.
Oh, Higgins gets hit before he handed off the ball.
Yeah, there was no one to hand the ball to, really. He got stuck kind of back there. Broken play.
Second down and 12 for the Red Tornadoes. Six minutes left in the ball game.
Chiclet and Sinkovic in the backfield. Sinkovic
Sinkovic, the ball carrier, around the right side, breaks it up into the middle a little more and gains about 5 yards.
Good tough running.
Stopped in there by number 66, Jim Peluso. And Peluso's been in on a lot of tackles tonight.
That was good hard running, though, once again by Sinkovic. I mean, he's got to be tired now, going both ways like that. But good hard running. He's that Jed that was on the field down
They're
there.
going to go out and play for Williamsport.
Coming around the Chiclet.
Coming around the Chiclet, and oh, nice play by the defensive end. Good play by the Millionaire defensive end. 64 was in on that tackle, John Gravely. Gravely has played a good game for the Millionaires tonight.
And I said he's a reserve. He's playing in place of someone who's out for the year now after last week's game. Coach Geary is now there's no center in the game at all for us. Sport sees it.
And I don't know who called timeout. Mount
We
Carmel
did.
called timeout.
Yeah, Jazz had to be concerned. The regular center's out. And here comes Trocchi into the game. Eric Belfani going to fill in for Fantanarosa on the long snap. And a new punter. Blasi now again taking over for Bullock.
Snaps back. It's right there in Blasi's
Good
hand.
snap.
Sends a nice high one sailing down in the direction. Oh, almost hits the blocker, and it's bouncing downfield. And I'll tell you what, Jeremy's kicks go downfield.
Yeah.
He just has a way of getting that ball rolling downfield. Well, Sinkovic is in the game now at linebacker,
Yeah.
along with Benepace.
And Menepace. Trocchi came back out of the game.
Yeah.
Coach Geary took an extraordinary step, or Chief Geary took the extraordinary step
He's a coach on Sunday.
Yeah.
He's a chief tonight.
of talking to the Williamsport head coach about something. We're unsure
Buxton
what.
pass the Pox, complete. Stop made by Veach on the coverage after about a 5-yard gain.
That's the second completion of the night for the Williamsport Millionaires.
3:19 left in the ball game. 27-12. Red Tornadoes. The ball resting on the 25-yard line. Buxton pitches back in the direction of Jet. Comes around the left side, finds a little opening, but a nice tackle made by Mike Kogut. Also in there, Joe Sinkovic and Rob Menepace, number 59.
A guy like that, it doesn't take much for him to get a step on us now. You got to be careful with these guys. You're only up 27-12.
Buxton looks over to Potts again, and Potts drops the ball this time.
And did Veach give
I'll tell you
Potts
what,
a hello?
Bobby put his head down and bopped him one.
You see how far they split him off to the rest of the group.
Coming this way again, but he's coming down the left side. Blossie's there, but so is Potts.
Penalty flag.
Penalty flag on the play.
Illegal
Ineligible
man.
fee. Again,
That's
they
2
seem
in
to
1
be able
game
to do
now.
that.
You don't usually see that either.
.239 left in the ball game.
Oh,
22,
good
Jet, a
play.
great
Yeah.
play made in there by number
Kogut.
64, Mike Kogut.
Big Mike Kogut. Great play by Kogut on that one.
Nice play, Mike.
This could be the game right now. We may be able to run it out. We can stop them on this one down.
Buxton fakes the running play, looks downfield, throws a nice ball.
Dropped by number 80.
Oh, no.
Well, it was after the ball had gone by.
Oh, it's a late hit. That's the
Right.
way it's going to have to be. Oh, my goodness. There's a first down, 15 yards. And all you had to do was let him drop it like he has everything else the whole night.
I'll tell you what, Alan Williams and the receiving corps of Williamsport needs to go out and work in the backyard on Sunday.
I'll tell you what, Bob, I'm going on a limb here, but you and I could easily outcatch these guys on our worst days.
Throwing it in your direction. 2:26 left in the ball game. Higgins gives the ball to Sinkovic. Coming around the right side and gang tackled in there by the Millionaires.
That was my fault, though. I'm the guy that said first down in Williamsport after he did it, but it was a dead ball foul. That's the difference
Right.
in it.
I can't believe why did they move the chains?
Number 66, Jim Peluso is out from
1:50 left in the ball game. The Tornadoes have the ball on the 49-yard line.
For a second, I nearly sounded like I knew what I was talking about again. Jeebers.
Higgins
Higgins on the keeper.
Wow, that ball came squirting out of there. I don't think they're calling Higgins' number, do you? Kogut looks like he went offside.
Yeah, he had his own agenda on that one.
That's going to be a 5-yarder against the Red Tornadoes.
I mean, 3rd and 33 now to go.
Schulson at center for the Red Tornadoes now. Sinkovic, the ball carrier, breaks it up the middle, and he's nailed in there by a couple millionaires. But right now, just running the clock down to 1:20, and another timeout by Williamsport, and that's probably their last timeout. So the Tornadoes will be faced with a 4th down and 30. For the Red Tornadoes, 1:19 left in the ball game. 27-12, the Tornadoes are up. Snap back, nice snap, big rush on, nail.
Yeah, there it is.
That's going to be a rough in the punter. Blossy liked it.
Let me just say this. That got Blossy a leading part in the operetta come spring, too.
He did a nice job.
Because he did a nice little pirouette before he went down there, and let's face it, he drew the penalty, and that's what you like. Good heads-up football. Is that automatic? I
Yeah,
guess
he
because
just signaled first down.
Okay. I don't know. I think Frenchie was sharper on these calls the
He
last
got
2
it.
weeks than he
Boy,
was
he
this
hit
week.
that
though.
one. Penalty on the play. I guess that's a delay of game. Higgins downs the ball.
Now we end the game. What we want to be careful about here is that we keep everything on an even keel here, get everybody off the field without problems.
This is it. Tornadoes are going to put a win in their win column.
An important
what
win.
a nice win to put there against the Millionaires of Williamsport. The final score is going to be 27-12, the Big Red. Looking forward to going down to Shamokin next week, and we'll see the game.
There it is.
Shamokin
Game's
and
over.
Mount Carmel. Well, that's it, Warren. 27-12. The Big Red wins one.
Oh, good win. A big win. They needed it. Let's face it. You're 0-2. You come into a big game. You need to win. But more importantly, this wasn't a fluke win. It wasn't, they didn't surprise somebody. They played good, hard-nosed football from the start. Everybody did what they were supposed to do. We said some outstanding plays by a lot of different players. Of course, you come to mind Jamin, those big catches,
Jamin had a great
the
game.
touchdowns.
Higgins passing
Higgins
was great.
is the running of everyone. I mean, all the runners. Big line play. Great defense against a good team, a good offensive team, although pass catching may not be
They had some problems there tonight.
their strong point. But the other thing you look at is it's a big win, but we go with a big win in the Shamokin area, and that's what you wanted to do. This team's got the confidence back. It's a talented team. We knew it was talented from the beginning. They had some problems, some discipline problems a little bit with remembering snap counts or making dumb plays or fouls or something like that. But now they seem to be back on track. If we can keep everybody healthy, we're going to have to check on the status of injuries, of course, as the week goes on. A lot of kids left the game, unfortunately, injured. But if that's not a big problem, I feel very confident going into the Shamokin area next Friday.
Well, also with WKMC doing the broadcast now to the Shamokin area and also the Mount Carmel area, we look forward to going down there. To the Shamokin fans, we are Mount Carmel fans. But,
absolutely.
But, we will try our best to give you a fair play-by-play.
Well, we were ordered by the
week.
producer to do
That's
it, so
right,
we don't have a lot of choice, I guess. He told us we have to. But
those of you who do know us from Shamokin, we have that little bit of, I guess you'd call it George Paterno in us. When you see George do the Penn State games, he's definitely not rooting for Southern Cal, is he?
No, it's not, and that's not what we're doing either. But we enjoy it. We welcome Shamokin. Of course, they'll be seeing all the broadcasts, and certainly their interest will be next week. And we invite them to a good game. They can see this game again on Channel Selector 13 on a Wednesday night at 8 p.m. They'll see the entire game replayed for them. And, of course, if they really have a problem with us, they can always turn the sound off. Apparently some people have done that in the past, so we're not too worried. So, once again, we want to say congratulations to Big Red. They knocked their first big win into that win column. We want to say thank you to everyone. And remember, we're here every Wednesday night. This is WKMC TV. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
All right,
Well, I just want to say we'll be down in Kemp Memorial
We'll be down
next
in
week.
Kemp, absolutely.
Looking forward to it.
I'm Warren Altamar.
I'm Bob Else.
Good night.
Good night.